So it is currently 5:55 in the morning, January 1st, 2025. About to head to the gym and hit the first workout of the year. I wish I could say it'd be absolutely manic. I wish I could say it would just be a balls to the wall type of ordeal, but it ain't gonna be. And the reason for that is because I am sick as a fucking dog. Actually, I don't think dogs are capable of being this fucking sick. Like, whatever I've got, luckily I'm not contagious anymore. I don't have a fever or anything like that. It just fucking, man, it just sucks. But in case anybody's worried, I'm gonna be working out on my rings. I'm just gonna hang them up on the bar at the gym. So I won't be touching anything besides my own equipment. And I was trying to find fucking masks in my house, but I don't know where they're at. So, yeah, that's just, yeah. And I would stay home and try and rest up, but see, the thing is, I've been sitting on my ass, resting up for, man, like 5 days now, and shit has not gotten any better, I'm telling you. But the reason why I probably clicked on this video is because, like, the title is kind of insane. You may be thinking, Jack, what the hell do you mean you're committing suicide, but psychologically? Well, see, the problem is, like, I'm not actually gonna kill myself. But what I am gonna do is kill the old spirit of me, kill my old consciousness, and basically spend 2025 building a completely new version of myself. So to do this, you gotta identify the problems, the weak points, shit like that you gotta attack and fix and change in order to change your whole persona. So I wrote up a little list. It's got a few things on here. My chicken scratch, you know. So first two things are procrastination and inconsistency. Procrastination and inconsistency are pretty self-explanatory. Procrastination, I've been putting shit off that I've been needing to do, and then stuff that I ended up getting done should have been done way sooner than they were. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. Inconsistency. If you've been paying attention to me on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram or whatever, I was very consistent with posting, with my routine, with basically everything up until like the tail end of November and December, and I started losing the fucking grip that I had on shit. And the last like month and a half has just been downhill. But luckily, that's last year. This is this year. So I'm not really a big fan of like New Year's resolutions or whatever. I mean, it's just, you can make resolutions at any time throughout the year, but you know, this year I guess you could call it New Year's resolution type shit. Gonna be like setting new goals for myself and whatnot. in terms of fitness, in terms of like, well, actually just fitness for right now. But so those are the first two problem points. Third problem point is wasting energy on people. I mean spiritual energy, literal energy, like literal physical energy, emotional energy, things like that. I've just found myself caring way too much about people and what they're doing and things and stuff like that I shouldn't be. And it's been sapping my energy in terms of my spirit and like my willpower to stay consistent and to get things done on time. Because wasting your energy on people like that then leads to overthinking, which then leads to like low confidence, trust issues, things like that. I found that once I start overthinking about shit, wasting that spiritual energy, then I start giving into compulsions that I thought I had fixed and taken care of a long time ago, but I haven't, apparently, because once your spiritual energy's gone, then you just, everything goes wrong and downhill from there. So there's that. And then from that, from giving into those compulsions and like having the low confidence and everything, I found myself becoming addicted to the feeling of being down and or melancholy. And I hate to say it, but people who are like pessimistic all the time, who are like pessimistic and like depressed and like nihilistic about things, I think get addicted to being that way, because it's a whole lot easier to give energy to those emotions and whatnot than it is to try and be like an optimist and a glass half full kind of person. So that's another thing. Oh fuck. This is terrible. Holy shit. But I mean, I gotta make this video, even though like it's killing my throat right now, but that's just how it is. It's gotta be done. So after that, then comes disliking being alone. And I found myself in recent months actually not being okay with being alone. Not to say I'm lonely, because being alone and being lonely are two different things. I'm just still getting used to being alone in terms of my own journey with like my fitness and my spirituality and everything, because I came to the stark realization that it's your journey and your path. People are not on it with you, so you gotta stop waiting for other people to join you on your journey. It's your life. You see things through your own eyes. Damn. I am in shambles. Holy shit. Yeah, it's like your life is your own journey. There may be people in your life who are there with you, but they're not really with you because it's not their journey, because it's not their life. They may be on like a parallel path or whatever, but they're not actually on your journey with you. So I found myself in recent months falling out of love of being on my own. I was fine for a long time being by myself, doing my own thing. But then what happened was, which is another point on this, which, you know, disliking being alone leads into this, is I got addicted to being part of a community. Now, being part of a community is good. You should be part of like a community or multiple communities, whether that's like church community, work, the gym, you know, whatever it is. You should find people who are kind of doing the same things as you are. But see, what ended up happening, I noticed, was I would become part of these communities, and then I would start relying on other people in the community to be my motivation and to be like the center, the foundation of my discipline and consistency and stuff. Because I think this is true for a lot of people. It goes without saying that, like, it is so much easier to do stuff when you have other people doing the same thing. Whether it's working out or like fucking crocheting, you know, whatever it is. Airsoft and mill sim, you know, whatever. It's easy to enjoy doing that thing when there are other people doing it with you. But see, the problem is, like, those people are not always going to be there. So what I found was happening was those people would not be there to do that thing with me, and then I just would be very unmotivated and undisciplined when it came to doing that said thing, or I just wouldn't do it at all, which is wrong, because then it brings up the question of like, well, do I even like doing this? Is it even something that I enjoy doing? Because now all of a sudden I was enjoying it, but now I'm not. And then that leads to overthinking and like the other problems that I mentioned a few minutes ago. Okay. And then leading into, well, do I even like doing this thing? Is it even worth it? Type shit. That leads into learning how to separate emotion from action and separating from the outcome and just working. Those things sound similar, but they're not the same thing. So, separating emotion from action is important, because if you really like doing something, so you do it every day, and then all of a sudden one day you don't like doing it, then you quit doing it. Did you even really want to and like doing the thing that you were doing? So that's where separating emotion from action comes from. An example is like working out. There are a ton of people who love going to the gym, but they only like going to the gym if they are feeling good about going to the gym that day, if that makes sense. So, you know, you got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of self-reflection. You got to do a little bit of, you know, you got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of introspection. You got to do a little bit of intros self-reflection. When it comes to that stuff. Because, like, I like working out. But I'll be honest, there's plenty of days where I don't feel like working out. But I know I still want to do it. Like, that is still something that I want to do. So I gotta separate me not wanting to do it from doing it. Because if I rely on, like, feeling good about working out a certain day, then I'll go work out. But if I'm feeling, like, unmotivated or just, like, you know, whatever, sad, mad, happy, joyous, you know, whatever the fuck, then that has an impact on, like, what I do or what I was doing, but no longer. Then the last thing, separating from outcome and just working. Essentially, to sum that up, I've fallen out of love for the grind because I started not liking being alone on my grind, on my path. And that has not been good the last couple months because I've not been separating the outcome from just working. Because when you just work, the outcomes happen. But if you're always focused on the outcome, then the work will feel like a chore and you won't like the journey. You'll just be focused on the end goal. When in reality, everything in life is about the journey to where you want to go, what you want to do, what you want to see, what you want to have, instead of actually attaining that thing. So, with that being said, about to head to the gym. Just got a short ring workout, like 4 exercises, and then I'm out of there. Gonna be working out later tonight. Yeah. Hopefully this talk helped somebody, if anybody even sees it. Now it's time to hit the reps.
Yeah.